We are back on the couch and back for another round of the A-League men's predictions. Here we go. Kicking us off, we've got Western United hosting Central Coast Mariners. They're playing the game down in Ballarat. This is going to be a really tough game for the Mariners, probably the toughest one they have for the rest of the season. Western United, we know about them. We know how solid they have been this season. Got back to winning ways last week, 3-2 after a disappointing 3-0 loss away from home the week before. So returning home, they'll want to continue their winning ways, but they're coming up against the Central Coast Mariners side who are undefeated in their last 5 games. And plus Mariners, the last 2 times facing top 6 sides, Macarthur and Adelaide, both ending in wins for the Central Coast. So this could be an interesting battle. Mariners could certainly come to Ballarat and cause an upset, but I think the most likely result would be a 1-1 draw. Next up, we've got Wellington Phoenix playing Melbourne City. City should have a relatively full-string squad heading into this game with the likes of Tilio and Macarthur returning from international duty. This will be a tough game though. Wellington certainly aren't going to go over easy in this game. They managed to grab a 2-1 late win against Perth Glory last weekend, and they'll be coming off a midweek fixture against Brisbane Roar. But look, in this game, I think Wellington Phoenix can certainly get points. Melbourne City, yes, they are on a good run at the moment, won the last 2 away games, and they could certainly get the win here. But I'm back in a draw. I think this game could be really fun. I'm going to say 2-2. For our double kickoff on Saturday night, we've got 2 massive rivalries. First of all, the original rivalry, Adelaide United, Melbourne Victory, and then the Sydney Derby. First of all, Adelaide-Melbourne Victory. This game, I think, could easily go either way. Victory, 4 consecutive draws in their last 4 games. They've been so close. They've been looking good recently, but just aren't able to find that winning goal or have been conceding goals at crucial moments as they did last week at the end against Western Sydney Wanderers. I think Nick D'Agostino returning for Popovic's side is a massive plus, and he will surely get on the score sheet in this game. But Adelaide United at home, especially in a big game like this, you just can't write them off. Once again, for this one, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. And for the Sydney Derby, now this Sydney Derby is still just as hard as the other ones to predict. Earlier on in the season, round 1, we saw that 0-0 draw in Combank Stadium, and then just a few weeks ago, Wanderers grabbing the win against the Sky Blues once again at Combank Stadium. This one being played at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium. It's the final Sydney Derby before the Sky Blues get to return to their new and updated Allianz Stadium. This one honestly could go either way. Sydney FC, they're a funny one. They look like they're on a decent run, but they had a really disappointing loss last week out to Newcastle Jets away from home. Western Sydney Wanderers, I like what they've been doing in recent weeks. They haven't necessarily been winning all of their games, but they're still putting effort in, I think, more so in recent weeks compared to maybe a couple months ago for Western Sydney Wanderers. For me, heading into this game, I think there's more positives surrounding Western Sydney Wanderers. This is basically a must-win game for Mark Rudan's side if Wanderers want to finish in the finals this season. And plus, when you look at Sydney FC and how precariously they're sitting at the bottom of the top 6, this result could be massive, not just for these 2 teams, but for the A-League as a whole, those teams chasing the top 6. So for me, I'm going to back a 2-1 Wanderers win. I reckon they'll get the job done away to Sydney FC. Sunday arvo, we got Brisbane Roar hosting Newcastle Jets. Now, Brisbane at home have been pretty decent. They have lost their last couple games there, but overall, they've had a decent run of home form this season despite their poor away form. Newcastle Jets, I mean, they've been looking pretty good in recent weeks. Can they get the result here? I'm going to back Brisbane Roar for the win. I think Roar have shown enough this season that they can win games against bottom 6 rivals like Newcastle Jets. I reckon they'll get up for a 3-1 here. Keep an eye out for the likes of Henry Hoare, who's been looking good and lively for the Roar lately. Lascano could get on the score sheet as well. Looks like he's starting to build a little bit of late season form of the Argentine striker as well. If Mikaldazzi and Thurgate are back in action for the Jets, they certainly could get the 3 points here, but I'm still going to back the home team in this one, 3-1. And the final game of the round sees Macarthur FC host Perth Glory in a game that I think should be an easy win for Macarthur FC. They've been struggling themselves lately, 4 losses in their last 5 games, and Ante Milicic will be hoping that his team can build some positive form heading into the run-in to finals, considering that they're just still sitting in the top 6. But if they continue to drop points, they will easily slip out of the top 6. Perth Glory, they're really struggling at the moment. They just simply need to restore some pride for this season. Can they get the result here? I'm not sure if they can. That Macarthur FC defense can be pretty solid on their day. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for the Bulls. As always, drop your predictions down in the comments below. Always love hearing what you guys think about this upcoming weekend's matches. You can show your support by hitting the like button down below. My name's Lockie. This is Coastwood Football, and I'll see you guys in the next one.